Is anyone here from Romania? Heads up if you do. Hong Kong, UK, Scotland, Estonia. We will be beginning in a couple of moments. We're just waiting for more people to join. But it's the last day and it's going to be so exciting. So guys, we're at the finish line of this beautiful days together, and congratulations for all of you for taking the step towards greatness and also becoming the best version of yourself. For those of you that joined the past sessions, I saw you were doing your homework and that you were quite active and engaged in the group. And I could really read some interesting stories over there. And today, after the session, we're going to choose the second winner. And just as usual, today we're going to have a lesson with practical activities. So don't forget to stay close to us until the end of this session to get the most out of it. This being said, I am introducing the man himself, Vishen Lakiani, to guide this beautiful session. I hope Vishen is here. If not, I'm gonna take over the session, guys, today.
Do you want to, Bianca? Please take over the session. Like, I've been teaching this now for 6 days. My voice is getting hoarse. I've had to give up my social life. I've not been able to catch up on Netflix.
No. You're actually getting sexier and younger while you're doing this with us. So
thank you, but you work for me. You can't make comments like that. So let's get started now. So guys, today we come to day, what day is it, Bianca? Is it Saturday, Friday, Sunday? I want to know 5, day 4. What day is it, guys? Is it day 6? Thank you. Thank you so much for reminding me. So today we are on day 6, and hopefully you guys have had an amazing time so far with this challenge. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to bring this to closure. And today we're actually going to be talking a lot about one of my favorite topics in recent years, and that is spirituality, and working with the unseen. I believe, and it is a founding belief in terms of how I view the world, that we are not just physical bodies, nor are we just souls in a physical body, but that we are tapped in and plugged to something much bigger. And that when we are in the right state of mind, we can call upon help and guidance from what philosophers throughout the ages call angels or highly evolved beings or the unseen or spirit, and forces like that. So I want you to have an open mind for today's conversation, because we're going to be talking about this. How many of you here attended, well, actually, many of you might not have heard it yet, but some of you, a few of you, about 100 of you attended my live conversation with Agapi Stephanopoulos 2 days ago. She's Ariana Huffington's sister, and her new book is by Penguin Random House. It's actually on Speaking to Spirit. So I was curious if any one of you attended it. Please share in the comment or the chat what your big insights were. But I want you to know that these topics are becoming more and more and more common. Very often, even when I speak to men and women who are at the heights of power, we're talking billionaires and so on, they speak about these moments when they feel so blessed and connected, and they feel that something is guiding them in making decisions. This is why I integrated the blessing phase into the 6-phase meditation. And today, you're going to learn how to tap into these higher powers. All I ask is that you have an open mind. And for those of you who might be here with a religious upbringing, I want you to know that the way the 6-phase is designed and why it's taken off across the world is because it really respects each individual's religious heritage. And in this portion of the 6-phase, you actually get to modify it and plug it into your religious belief, whether you are Jewish or Muslim or Christian or Hindu or any other religious belief. Okay, so let's get started with the slides today. There we go. Bianca, confirming you can see the slides?
All good.
Great. So today we talk about the blessing. Now, before we go into the blessing, I want you guys to know that once again today, we will be doing a giveaway. So we'll be giving away a free membership for anyone here who isn't a member, and we'll be giving away a membership pro for someone who is a member, but not at the pro level. Bianca, it is going to be your job to identify the two people, or actually, you know what? I accidentally said two. It was supposed to be one, but there you, dang it. Now you got to give away two. So Bianca, today you'll be identifying the two people that you'll be giving these free prizes to. Okay?
Okay.
And stay till the end because you have to appear on webcam to claim your prize. See, this is the sneaky little trick that we do to ensure that everyone is fully engaged all the way till the end of this lesson, because we want you to be engaged, because this lesson is going to be so valuable. Now, as usual, you can open up the Mindvalley app and you can go through the meditation. The meditation for today, the meditation for yesterday will all be on the Mindvalley app. Okay, if you scroll down, you'll see meditation of the day. So when I filmed this yesterday, it was phase 4. Today, if you check it out, it'll be phase 5. And tomorrow at midnight, it'll be phase 6. And after you've done the complete meditation, you now have the 6th phase. So you can now listen to the 6th phase over and over again as your daily ritual. We recommend that you listen to it every single day, because every time you listen to it, it is going to shift something about you. So more on that later. Now, let's do a quick recap. These are the 6 levers of human performance for 2022 that we have asked you to pay attention to. And in a moment, I'm going to talk about something really important. Why are these organized the way they are organized? Why is it that compassion comes first? Why is it that the blessing comes last? We'll address this shortly. But the important thing to understand here is that we go through life, we go out of balance. And this is why you do the 6th phase every day, to top up, to get back in balance. Now, the first 3 phases are on present and past, and the last 3 phases are on a vision for your future. But when both of these comes together, you are the perfect embodiment of the Buddha and the badass, the spiritual soul, who is also changing the world, making a contribution, earning incredible amounts of reward and money as you do so, and making the world better for everyone. So that is a recap of the 6 phases. But I want you to know that the 6 phases are only a tiny piece of your full awakening as a human being. Awakening never really stops, right? Most of you have gone from level 2 to level 3. And even if you are at level 3, recoding yourself, it means that you are a person committed to personal growth. You are a person who's constantly getting better and better every day. What you want to do is to move from level 3 to level 4. Level 3 is where you're dedicated to personal growth, yes, but level 4 is you're taking everything you're learning from this and you're getting out there in the world and shifting the world. In short, think about it this way. The person at level 3 could be active into their yoga pursuit so that they have a really cute butt. That's it. Nothing wrong with that. The world, it's good to have a cute butt. But at level 4, it's not just about you being healthy. It's about using that energy. It's about using those skills to go out there and help spread the wisdom of help to other people. Maybe you are modifying your restaurant menu, so you're eating healthy. Maybe you are training other people. Maybe you are a Mindvalley nutrition coach. Whatever it is, you are taking whatever you learned and you're getting it out into the world. And these are the type of people that Mindvalley seeks to create. So, you know, the great hidden agenda of Mindvalley is really this. People come to us because they are level 3 people. They're constantly recoding themselves, making themselves better and better. But what we are seeking to do is to elevate them to go beyond just this obsession with improving themselves and to become change makers who can improve the world. This is why in the past 2 years, you've noticed we spread so much into programs on leadership, on networking skills, on contribution, on building entrepreneurial enterprises, on getting wealthy and rich, because by the way, money rewards those that create change. For those of you who step up and become Mindvalley members, I'm so excited to see you move to level 4, the world you can change, where the world is really your template. The world is really your canvas, and you are seeking to make that canvas as beautiful as possible. Now let's talk about the reason for the sequence. Why do we do things the way we do? Why do we start with the spiritual skills and then go on to the skills of change, of vision, of future? So there's a very important philosophical idea that I want you to understand. And it's represented in this beautiful concept called the Wilbur-Combs lattice. If you have heard of the Wilbur-Combs lattice, this is a very advanced philosophy. Please share, just put it in, just type out in the chat. And exactly, I see some people typing and recognizing this comes from Ken Wilber. Ken Wilber is one of the foremost living American philosopher. He is also a Mindvalley author, and his program on integral theory sits in Mindvalley and is available to all of you as members. Now, this chart is a little bit complex, so I'm going to break it down so you understand this powerful spiritual idea. But this is the reason why Mindvalley operates the way it is, the reason why our learning methodology is the way it is, and the reason why the sixth phase has this unique sequence. So Ken Wilber talks about different stages of evolving as human beings. And one of this is called states of consciousness. So most of us are at the waking state, right? Those of you who are practicing concepts like the Silva method are learning to go into altered states of consciousness. These altered states might be alpha, they might be the theta level of mind. In spiritual philosophy, they are called, there's the gross state, which is the awakened state. Then there's subtle states, casual states, non-dual states. Non-dual states describe what in many religious traditions we call connecting to the divine, or we call the samadhi state. It is when you feel connected to everything. But here's the thing, and here's where people trip up. While you can move beyond these states are temporary. And these states, you move through them really fast. You can meditate, and you can instantly move into a different state. When you come out of meditation, definitely you vibrate with some aspect of that state, but you get stuck in traffic and you can go back to the gross state. Likewise, one can have an enlightened experience on plant medicine and suddenly feel connected to a higher power, lose all sensation of their physical body, see their ego dissolve. And then when the plant medicine wears out, they go back to who they were. So states, you move in and out of it. You move in and out of it very frequently. So this is called a state of consciousness, but there's something else. So if you measure growth of consciousness, the x-axis is the state, the y-axis is something deeper. It's called a stage. Now, stages are different. Stages of consciousness, you step into and you can never, ever go back to your old self. Stages of consciousness. So Ken Wilber, he correlated all of these different human development models. And what he found is that if you merge all of these models together, there are 4 unique stages that we grow into. And we grow into these as a species, okay? So at the basic level, it's the egocentric stage. So if you look at human beings 20,000 years ago, it was, if you read Jared Guyman's books like Guns, Germs, and Steel, you will see that the agricultural revolution began about 20,000 years ago. Now they're starting to see that maybe it began 30,000 years ago, but just before that, we were hunter-gatherers. And if you were hunting a bison and you saw an enemy tribesman about to attack that same bison, you might kill that man or woman because that bison meat would mean your family survives. So you have no qualms killing another human being for your survival. That is egocentric. At the egocentric level, it is about you, you, you. In today's world, only 1% of our population, according to Ken Wilber, are at the egocentric level. And as an example, he gives prison gangs. In a prison where people are so bereft of hope, they might stab another prisoner for their own survival. That's egocentric. Now, most of us, however, 70% of human beings are at what you call the ethnocentric stage. Now, the ethnocentric state is an improvement over egocentric. It means that you're kind, that you're generous, that you see oneness, but your connection with other human beings stops at a particular artificial barrier. And that barrier is typically your country or your religion or your skin color or your ethnicity or your version of God's rules. This is why we have religious wars. This is why we have tension between the Russia and Europe and America right now. This is why we talk about closing our borders. This is why we vote for politicians who talk about building walls. 70% of us are at the ethnocentric stage. And these people are kind, they are generous, they are wonderful people, but there's something, some artificial a barrier that has been introduced into their mind that has made them see people outside their relation, and the relation could be culture, could be linguistics, could be their political party, as one. This is why we have the left-right divide in the United States. Our job as we evolve is to move from ethnocentric to world-centric. 30% of the world is at world-centric and higher, and this number is growing. In fact, when Ken Wilber used that number, 30%, it was about 10 years ago. Now I'd say we are closer to 35%. Now, it's so interesting to see how we are moving from ethnocentric to world-centric. Let me give you an example. I was watching a movie with my father the other day. The movie was called Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? And Sidney Poitier, the great African-American actor, played a man who was being invited to dinner by his white fiance to meet her white parents. And so this was a very controversial movie when it came out in 1967, because it suggested that a black man and a white woman, this movie dared suggest that it was perfectly okay to marry someone in America who was not your race. But when this movie came out, it was illegal in 17 US states. In 17 US states, this movie couldn't be screened because it was apparently encouraging people to break the law, because you were not allowed to marry a black person if you were white. Think of how far we've come. Now, as early as 1991, 50% of Americans in a survey still said they believed that it was wrong for interracial marriages to occur. Can you believe that? 50%. This was 1991. Today, that number is 4%. Today, if you're American and you think interracial marriage is wrong, most people will think something is wrong with you. And so we are moving very rapidly from ethnocentric to world-centric, but at the same time, forces of ethnocentrism still plague us. And I want to urge you guys, right, to ensure that we bridge political divides, that we seek to understand, and that we never, ever, ever vote for right-wing politicians that talk about building walls. So today, 30% of the world is at the world-centric stage, and we certainly can do better. And there is a better. Ken Wilber said there's about 1% of the planet that is at the cosmocentric stage. Now, let me explain cosmocentric. Cosmocentric is sometimes spelled with a K. And what this means is, somebody said vision should not be telling people how to vote. Actually, no, that's not true. Guys, let me step aside here. I didn't say don't vote for Republicans. I have been a Republican. I said don't vote for right-wing politicians who use fear to get votes, because that is wrong. No one should be using fear to get votes, right? No one should be telling you to hate on someone. That is not being political. That is being human. Okay? So absolutely, we should all agree we shouldn't vote for politicians who say that Jewish people are bad, or Muslim people are bad, or Mexican people are bad. They're tapping into a primitive aspect of our brain. That's not right. It doesn't matter whether these are left or these are right. Okay, so let me be clear. I don't care who you vote for, but I do care if I think all of us as a species should have an agreement that we shouldn't vote for people who tell us to hate each other, even if that hate is hate people who don't want to get vaccinated. Okay, that is where I draw the line. All right, now let's go back to cosmocentrism. Cosmocentrism is basically this. It is, if an alien species landed and Grog, the alien, got out of his spaceship and he had like slime dripping out his face and tentacles for his tongue, you would still go up and give him a hug because he's sentient. Cosmocentrism is when you feel your compassion to all life. 1% of the planet is there. And maybe this is why we're having such a hard time fighting global warming. And this is why about 1,000 new species are disappearing from the face of the planet. Some say every day. So we want to be able to move towards cosmocentrism. Now, when you put both of these together, you get a chart that looks like this. Wilber calls it waking up and growing up. Waking up and growing up. Now, here's the thing, by the way, guys, you can never see the level above you. So people who are ethnocentric will immediately disagree with me when I say world-centric. They will immediately see. So I see some people commenting baloney mission. I get it. You're at the ethnocentric level. And so to you, maybe you've been conditioned to believe that a certain people outside you are wrong and that it's okay to build walls or hate on them. And that's okay. 70% of the world is ethnocentric. Okay. And it's absolutely fine. But my job as a teacher of spirituality is to show a better path forward. And so all I'm asking you to do is to have an open mind. Remember what I said at the start of this lesson today, guys. Have an open mind. Now, what Wilbur says is this: we make a huge mistake in our idea of spirituality. We think that just because we can touch spirit, just because we can have an experience of expanded consciousness, we are good, we are holy, we are blessed. And this is not true. If you do not move from egocentric to ethnocentric to world-centric, spirituality can actually mess you up. Why do you think so many spiritual teachers end up in trouble? Remember Bikram Yoga and the sexual harassment charges? Remember Osho Rajneesh and the cult? And this is the example Ken Wilber gives. There was a man in Hawaii. He was operating from the egocentric level. Now, this man had an experience of connecting with the divine. He certainly felt his ego disappear and he felt himself connected to this higher power. But because he was at the egocentric level, he immediately decided that it was him. He didn't see it, that everybody had access to these abilities. He immediately decided, oh my God, I'm like Jesus. So he actually changed his name to Jesus. He literally changed his name to Jesus, this guy in Hawaii, and he started a cult. Now, when you're at the egocentric level and you certainly have this awakening experience, you immediately assume, oh, that's me. I'm the special one. If you're at the cosmocentric level, you understand that everyone has access to this. So this is why it's so important in your journey of spirituality to understand that just because you can manifest, just because you have intuition, doesn't mean that you are operating at the highest level of your consciousness. Ken Wilber calls this waking up. Waking up is when you tap into these altered states. But he says you must also grow up. And grow up is when we move towards cosmocentrism. We move towards unity. That is so absolutely essential for the human species. Now, if you understand this concept, waking up and growing up, and why they are both important, you see that what we are really going for here is an expansion of the concept of we. Your concept of we is not just you and your soul, it's you connected to all of these higher energies, but it's also you connected to every other human being and life force on planet Earth. This is why everything in Mindvalley is designed in a specific way. One spiritual teacher I worked with shared with me something really interesting. This was a teacher who trains people how to manifest to such a degree that they suddenly become super lucky, their business takes off, and everything they touch become blessed. But before this teacher trains you, this teacher insists you put in 100 hours of compassion and forgiveness training. 100 hours. When I asked this teacher to teach me, the teacher said, yes, but only after you put in 100 hours of forgiveness and compassion training. And I'm like, why? And the teacher said this: because I've trained people without truly ensuring that their forgiveness levels were high, that their compassion levels were high. And I created Darth Vaders when I wanted to create Luke Skywalkers. Now you see why the sixth phase is the way it is. The sixth phase starts with compassion, because you have to have love in your heart before all of these other skills are unlocked. The sixth phase then has to teach you bliss, because when you're happy, you are not going to deprive other people of happiness. And the sixth phase has to teach you forgiveness, because when you forgive, you mean no ill will to anyone, including people who have hurt you. We have to cut the cycle of hurt. Remember that phrase from day 3, hurt people, hurt people. If you have not forgiven, if you are hurt, you will hurt other people. This is why in all of Mindvalley training, there is a lot of emphasis on this. And this is truly how you create really amazing human beings. Only after elevating your compassion, teaching you bliss and teaching you forgiveness, do we then teach you future vision? Do we then teach you how to craft your perfect day? And do we then teach you phase 6, connecting to a higher power? So let's get started, okay? Yesterday we spoke about the perfect day, and today we're going to go on to the blessing. Now let me tell you where this idea of the blessing, one of the things that sparked this idea of the blessing. Can you guys recognize that man on screen? That is Michael Beckwith, speaking at a Mindvalley event. I believe that picture was taken in Portugal. But shortly before Michael Beckwith spoke in Portugal, Michael Beckwith was speaking in Costa Rica. And Beckwith was sharing a really interesting story. He was talking about why we need to ask our guides, our spiritual guides and teachers for help. And the story went as follows. Beckwith was swimming in the waters of Costa Rica. And all of a sudden, he got pulled by a riptide into the ocean. And being a man approaching 70, he tried his best to swim out of that riptide, but he didn't have the strength. And at a certain point, he decided to just give in. He said, God, you know, if this is it for me, I've lived a blessed life. I'm done. It's okay. Take me. And then all of a sudden he had a thought, no, I'm not done. I have so much more to go. But he didn't have the strength to swim. And so he called out for help. He said, help me. If there's still more ways I can serve the world, help me. And all of a sudden he felt a wave. Then he felt a second wave. Then he felt a third wave. And he was back on the sand. Now, the very next day, Beckwith was talking to a friend of his, and he was trying to put together what happened. And it dawned on him. Those waves were, it dawned on him. He had asked for help. And all of a sudden, he felt the waves. And then he realized he had asked for help. And then he felt the waves. Where did that help come from? So he tapped into, he went into his meditation. He tapped in, and he realized that there was a force supporting him. But his next question was this, like, well, what took you so long? I almost drowned out there. And the response he got was this: we were waiting for you to ask. We cannot help you if you do not ask, because our pact is not to interfere unless you ask. And that is the important lesson here. You have to ask. Some of you are sharing the title of Esther Hicks' book, Ask and You Shall Receive. Exactly. This is why in all the great religious traditions in the world, we talk about prayer. I'm not here to dismiss religion. I'm here to say prayer, I've come to believe, absolutely works. It doesn't matter whether you're praying to Jesus or you're praying to Allah or you're praying to whatever you believe in. It doesn't matter whether you're praying to your angel guides or you're praying to your silver counselors. The key here is, in stage 6, you ask for a blessing. You literally tap into this higher power and you say, look, I've put in the compassion. I've put in the bliss. I've put in the forgiveness. I've given you a vision of where I want to be 3 years from now. I've given you a vision of how I want today to unfold. Bless me. If I'm deserving, bless me and be by my side. And that is simply the definition of phase 6. It is that easy. When I do phase 6, one of the things that I do is I just tap into what the power I believe in, and I ask for that blessing. Now, those of you who are Mindvalley members, if you want to go deeper into Beckwith's philosophy on this, take Life Visioning Mastery. This is the manifesting course by Michael Beckwith. It is in your Mindvalley membership. And it goes really deep in tapping into spirit and soul for manifesting, especially tapping into spirit and soul for knowing what you should manifest. Okay, so you finish the 5 phases, and phase 6 is the fastest phase. In my case, I like to fist bump God. So I imagine that God gives me a fist bump, she has my back, and everything is going to go the way I need it to go. Okay, so that is phase 6. And you guys now have the full protocol. The blessing is a very, very, very fast phase. Okay, so that is it. That is, you've now learned the full 6-phase meditation. Your next step is to do it every day. Now, if you're a Mindvalley member, you can do the 6-phase meditation, and you can do it every day if you want, but you can also use the new meditation feature that's coming out in Mindvalley. Starting January 25th, every day in Mindvalley, we're going to give you 4 meditations designed custom to you. It's going to be based on our AI, right? So the more you go into your platform and the more you choose your goals and the more you rate content that you like and the more you fill out your profile, the more Eve is our artificial intelligence called Everyone Elevates, the more Eve will learn about you. And in addition to the 6 phase, which you will have access to, Eve will give you 4 meditations every day, 1 under 5 minutes, 1 5 to 10 minutes, 1 10 to 20, and 1 over 20. So all of you are now about to step into customized AI powered meditations daily. You will start to see it on Mindvalley Home. I'll actually show you a little demo later, but soon it's going to be on the app as well. But this kicks off January 25th. So what you can do is you can do 6 phase, anywhere from 2 to 7 times a week. And on the other days, you can choose any other meditation. So you have some variety. Okay. Now, why do you want to meditate every day? So I want to share with you a story from John Davy. John Davy is a remarkable entrepreneur. He started Jongleurs, the world's biggest comedy club. And he also happens to be the wonderful, handsome man married to Marissa Peer. So John Davy did the 6 phase for 100 days and then he stopped. And he came and he told me, Vishen, I did it for 100 days and then I stopped because I felt that nothing was changing, right? Like, it was just the same. And then he said, my friends would come up to me and say, John, are you okay? And he goes, what do you mean? Of course I'm okay. And they would go, John, did you get off some medication? And he goes, what do you mean? And they go, well, because you're all scratchy again. And you're all like all over the place again. And he realized the 6 phase was actually completely transforming how he was showing up every day. Now, as you do it every day, you may not even realize the shift when you step out. It's because you're getting used to it. But other people will notice. I know if I certainly, there was a day recently when my alarm clock went off late and I had to skip my meditation, dive straight into a work meeting. And that whole day, like I wasn't my usual calm self. I was more stressed than usual because I skipped the 6 phase. So I'm not saying the 6 phase is the meditation. It's certainly powerful. If you have a Mindvalley account, you will get mini meditations. There are 500 for you, but make the 6 phase at least something you do anywhere from at least 1 to 3 times a week. Okay. And don't forget to go through all the phases. If you listen to the audio is available on the Mindvalley app. I made it free for everyone. So just go to the Mindvalley app and let me show you right now. Okay. And you'll be able to find at this point, you've learned enough where you can do the full program. Okay. So observe what I'm doing. I'm clicking on meditation and I'm typing in. See, when I open it up, immediately I can see phase perfect day, phase 5. And if you scroll down below, you'll see the full collection is here, 6 phase. And then just scroll all the way to the bottom and the full meditation is over here. That's it. Okay. It has my face on it. So it should be easy to find. So you can already start with that after this lecture. Awesome, guys. So as we come to the end of this, and I'm not now going to show you some really cool stuff, okay? But type out in the chat, like, how are you feeling so far? What is your biggest idea from this section? Bianca, turn on your camera. Let's read out some of the key ideas that people have been getting.
All right, let's see. I like the 6 phase. It started with before joining Mindvalley, even now it is still my default meditation. Let's see.
Someone said it's my best week in a long time. I'm feeling badass.
I'm so grateful for being here.
Yeah, read out the name as well, Bianca, when you're reading out the comments, so we know if the comment
Phoenix is saying, I'm so grateful for being here, for Mindvalley and for Vishen. Thank you for sharing so much with us. I'm eternally grateful.
Bailey is saying, I can't believe Bianca is 40.
Oh my God, I forgot that. You told them yesterday that I'm 40. I'm not 40.
No, I didn't say that. I don't want to give away your age. So you were saying you're 15 years younger than you should be based on your Fit 3D scan. So I said, well, if your age is 40, then you would be 25. If your age is 30, then you would be 15. I'm not giving away your age. You can give away your age. I'm a trustworthy man.
All righty. So Nicola is saying Mindvalley is showing me the light. Kimberly, amazing meditation insight. Forgiveness is the biggest takeaway from Mita. Amazing. And thank you guys. I'm seeing someone said the kick in the ass I needed.
Thank you. And I love the way you British people say arse and not but. It's so much more refined. Bianca, I got to upgrade my vocabulary. Arse, arse, nice arse rather than nice butt. Brits make everything sound so much more posh and elegant. I bet the Queen says arse and not butt. So let's go on to advanced protocol. So what I want to talk about over here is where do we go from here? Okay, like what is the next big step? Bianca, how many people do we have with us right now on Zoom?
On Zoom, we have 2.1K.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so we spoke about this concept, right? We spoke about moving up to level 4. Level 4 is the level of the change maker. Now, again, there are certain things that one notices when you're at level 4. You feel deeply connected to all life, and therefore the world for you is safe, is healing, and you feel not just connected to the life you can see, but the life that you cannot see. In short, you feel the universe has your back. Because of this, you are deeply tapped into your intuition. You have that guiding voice. This guiding voice guides you, and therefore inspiration flows from this. Intention flows from this inspiration. In short, you are super deliberate on your mission, super deliberate on the business you're building, super deliberate on the actions to take on a day-to-day basis. This leads to the fourth ingredient, which we call the blessed life, or the other term for it is being a lucky bastard. It simply means that you're just lucky. Good things happen to you all the time. The purpose of Mindvalley is to get people there. And we do this through looking at life holistically and giving you the best trainers and the best tools for every purpose of your life. So let's talk about how do we go from awakening to perpetual recoding? Okay, recoding is when you're constantly becoming better and better and better. And the important thing is here, you have two choices at this point, folks. Two choices. One choice is that you take everything that you've learned here and you just stop. You decide, Vishen, I've learned a ton. I'm going to do the 6 phase for a couple of days. I'm going to be a compassionate badass. And that's it. I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. The second one is this. You never stop. And this is what I'm hoping is the part that you take. You never, ever, ever stop. Every single day, you understand that you are going to commit to making yourself better and better and better. And I really believe that part 2 is the part to absolute fulfillment. You see, at part 2, you don't even really care about making 2022 the best year of your life. Every year is automatically the best year of your life. At part 2, you're living life the way Tony Robbins says you should. Tony Robbins says there are 2 great spiritual needs, the need to perpetually grow and the need to contribute. In part 2, you're constantly growing and you are so good in your contribution that you're going out there, supporting each other, supporting other people, helping get great products out to the world, shifting the world, inspiring. We want you to be at part 2. Do not stop at part 1, guys. I can tell you, if you stop at part 1 and you say, hey, I'm good here, you're going to sink. Remember that story of John Davy, right? When he stopped, his friends asked him, did he get off med? And the fact is, part 2 is so much more fun. And part 2 only requires 20 minutes a day. It only requires 20 minutes a day to put yourself, to commit to a personal growth life so that every year is the best year of your life. Now, look at the stories. If you go to stories.mindvalley.com, you'll see the sheer number of stories we have. Go there when you get a chance and browse stories from Mindvalley members just in your country. You can choose any country. Like this guy, he completed his IB program in 1 year. Now he's looking to complete the 4-year Stanford program in 3 years. Now, how did he do that? Super brain. He committed to going further with Mindvalley and giving himself a super brain. How long does it take to learn super brain? 20 minutes a day, 28 days. Do you think you can do that? Now, this guy, Lawrence, he lost his right leg in an accident. So as you can see there, he has a prosthetic leg. And because he couldn't exercise, he couldn't lift his daughter, he put on a ton of weight. Lawrence did 10x. He was part of our beta testing group. He did 10x. In 6 months, his leg muscle strength increased 264%. He can do 12 standard repetitions of a leg press now at 190 kilograms. He could carry his daughter again, and look at his ripped body. Now Lawrence is actually a 10x fitness coach. This guy with one leg was in a depression because he couldn't lift his daughter. Today, Lawrence is actually an inspiration to the entire Mindvalley community. Now, we see stories like that everywhere. People who become a better entrepreneur. This guy is launching he did 0 to 100 million by Mickey Agrawal. He's launching his first invention on Amazon. This person, Dejana, she says, I'm now a better mom, a better friend, because I accept myself holistically. So there are so many different aspects of how you can grow. And that growth part is Mindvalley membership. What I'm hoping to do, guys, today is to simply show you why you might want to consider becoming a member if you're not. If you are a member, you might want to consider going deeper because membership is so cheap, right? If you're already a member and that's paid off, consider going into Membership Pro and watch how that pays off. So I want to give you a quick recap, and then I'm going to actually show you some really cool stuff on my screen on how the entire platform works. Those of you watching on Facebook, on YouTube, if you're not a member, this is so important because today is probably going to be the day you make a massive change in your life. Today will probably be the day you look back that your entire life changed because of this one decision. The first thing is 60 programs are unlocked for you. If you go anywhere else on the web and you try to buy world-class personal growth programs, I'm talking about world-class, right? Not like amateur authors. You're paying between $200 to $300. In Mindvalley, depending on the country you're in, you're paying between $300 to $299 to $499 a year, but you get 60 programs unlocked for you. 60 programs. By the way, I'm looking at the chat and many people are saying, literally the best investment of my life. Everything in Mindvalley is world-class. This is an amazing deal. Best investment ever. I'm so sold. I love my membership. So you can see from what other members are saying, how amazing this is. And the thing is, every program is by the best teachers we can find. The competition to become a Mindvalley teacher is extreme. I'm going to show you in a moment some of the new teachers joining. And then we are constantly expanding membership. Without raising the price, we're constantly expanding. And the most recent thing is we added a 500 plus advanced meditation library. Because some people were saying, well, I'm already paying $200 for my meditation app. And then there's membership. Well, tell you what, so we just went out there, we bought one of the best meditation apps, rolled it up into membership. So, and you don't have to pay extra for it. So now you have more meditations than you'll ever need. And hundreds more meditations are being added all the time. And the Mindvalley meditation app is more advanced than many of the other big name apps because of the mixer feature. You can customize every meditation for you. And also the meditations come from world-class teachers, Michael Beckwith, Marissa Peer, Neil Donald Walsh, Bob Proctor. Their meditations are the ones that we have. And that's just getting started. Because in today's world, as we open up post-pandemic, one of the most important things for all of us to be able to do an experience is community. And so community is this massive part. And so when you join Mindvalley, you will be on a private social network and you will be able to connect with members all around the world. I'm actually going to show you a view of our social network shortly. Now, the value of all of this, I'm sure you'll agree, is about $2,000. But today it's like less than $150 a day to join. When we first started membership, it was $1,500 for 5 programs. That was it, 5 programs. Today it's $499 if you're in the US, $399 if you're in Eastern Europe or the Middle East, $299 if you're in India or Africa, right? It's significantly less, and it's not 5 programs, it's 60 programs, 500 meditations, private social network, daily live classes, and constant new perks and benefits being added. And one of the biggest perks is our quarterly member seminar. These are amazing. And the next one is happening on Saturday, 29th. So exactly 7 days from now. Now, this seminar is only for members. Typically, we have 3,000 to 5,000 members attending the seminar. And if you become a member now, you're going to get free tickets. If you buy it separately, the tickets are about $299. So we're going to give you free tickets to the seminar. If you're already a member, you're already getting free tickets. If you're a pro, you're already getting free tickets. This one but if you want to become a member, this is the best time so you can check into this seminar. 6 hours. In 6 hours, what me and Ajit are going to teach you is concepts of self-coaching. How to coach yourself so that on those times when you feel unclear, when you feel sad, when you feel desperate, when you feel needy, when you feel unsure about your future, when you feel that there's too much overwhelm or complexity, what to do to operate like a master. You literally learn how to become your own life coach. Ajit is a genius. He's the founder of Mindvalley's coaching division and a man who has built one of the foremost coach training companies in the world, Mindvalley's EverCoach. He have personally trained 2,000 coaches. If you go to Mindvalley Stories, search for Ajit's name and watch, look at the hundreds upon hundreds of case studies on how this man has changed lives, and he's going to be teaching you. So that's what membership is. Now, if you want to go deeper, you can get Membership with Pro. And Membership with Pro is where I coach you every single month. Every single month, on the first Monday of the month, we spend 2 to 3 hours together. And I go deep in teaching you skills from my spiritual master. So I bring on all my biggest trainers. The last class that we did with a guest trainer was where members learned to bend spoons with their mind. That was insane. If you were there, please type in the chat. I'll maybe show you some pictures as well. And the next class, which is happening first Monday of February, is with Marissa Peer. Me and Marissa are going to use rapid transformational therapy to patch any self-esteem block that might be holding you back in 2022. Mindvalley Pro is governed by instant change. So you're not just passively watching. We use modalities like hypnotherapy, RTT, and other modalities, energy work, energy healing, communicating with spirit guides, and so on, to instantly create a shift in you. Following Marissa Peer, we're going to have Marie Diamond, one of Europe's foremost spiritual teachers. And then we're going to have Cameron Harold, who's one of Canada's #1 entrepreneurs. And he's going to teach you some really powerful skills that changed my life on how to articulate your business vision. Skills, by the way, I'm using right now. So all of this, these are just some of the upcoming coaching sessions are happening on Mindvalley Pro. See, people are saying the spoon bending thing is amazing. And also in Mindvalley Pro, you get a really cool peer mastermind group with other active members who help you grow. Now you can join Pro at mindvalley.com/2022/Pro. There are 15,000 case studies you can check out. And the important thing to understand is whether it's Pro or it's membership, you don't have to commit. You don't have to commit. We would never do that to you. If you were buying a car or if you wanted to buy a house, you would go check it out, right? You'd want to go and check out the interior. You'd want to test drive the car. Same thing here. You can test drive it for 15 days. So when you buy, we treat you like a member. You get everything unlocked, but you can go to the system, and at any point in 15 days, you can, with one click, you can give yourself a refund. I'll show you this in a moment. So these are the pages where you can join. Now, let me actually show you all of these different delightful things that happen when, which are now part of Mindvalley. So, and I'm going to show you, for those of you who are members, I'm actually going to show you some new stuff that's coming up soon. Okay, so the first, let me change my screen. Bianca, would you come on live with me and let me know if you can see the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen.
Okay, so the first thing is this, right? All the programs are laid out for you in a really, really easy manner. And our AI will pick programs for you. So you can see Eve, our AI is picking these programs because my job title is founder. I'm living in Estonia. And it's also, Eve is also looking at things that I enjoy learning. Eve is looking at my goals. So you can see Eve has created a curriculum for me, which is very much on entrepreneurship. And you can see how much I talk about Awaken the Species. Eve is reminding me that I have to complete Neil's program. Now, this is Ken Wilber's program. It is, you can see the programs are beautifully filmed.
Every area of your life. By seeing
everything is Netflix quality filming. Now, in addition to the programs, you can also go live with Mindvalley. So there are perpetual live calls happening all the time that you can join. All with
Did you change our screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not changing. We're still on the homepage.
It's
if
not?
you click on live, yes.
Let me see. Okay, let me know if it works now. Do you see that now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna, so you can see the calendar, right?
I can see the calendar.
Yeah. So guys, you can see the teachers who come on. Marissa Peer, she's having like multiple classes. Jeffrey Allen, Naveen Jain, Jill Bolte Taylor. Jill Bolte Taylor is the most one of the most famous TED Talk speakers ever. Let me just Google so you know who she is. Jill Bolte Taylor. Her TED Talk got like millions upon millions of views. 28 million views. Okay, My Stroke. She's the one from the famous My Stroke of Insight TED Talk. By the way, are you seeing my screen change, Bianca?
No, I
You're
was
not seeing Jill Bolte Taylor. What the hell is going on with this with Zoom? Okay, I'm just gonna share the entire screen. Give me a sec. I'm gonna share my entire screen. I think there's a Zoom bug, or I need to update my version of Zoom.
For sure, I could have seen the cursor on the page, but not changing the page.
Okay. Can you see my screen right now, Bianca? My full screen?
Yes, I can see Google, yeah.
Okay, I just changed it to the calendar. Can you see that?
The calendar, no.
You're not seeing the Mindvalley calendar?
No, I can only see what you've been searching on Google.
Okay, Jill Bolte Taylor, right? Okay. I'm not really sure why this is happening. Let me try now. Okay, so again, you should see Jill Bolte Taylor. I'm now switching to Mindvalley Home. Do you see that?
Now it works.
Okay, great. Okay, I'll just refresh. Okay, so everything over here is available for you. Now, you'll notice we just launched a meditation feature. I'm getting an early preview of it, but it will be available to all of you guys January 25th. So remember, we were talking about guides today. If you need to call in your guide, do this meditation by Jade Shaw, Calling Your Guide. Okay, and so this one is by Jade Shaw, and it is in partnership with the Monroe Institute. This is basically a meditation, and it's only 2 minutes to summon your guide. So you can listen to any of these tracks if you want. Every single day, there are meditations under 5, under 10, under 20 minutes, or over 20 minutes. The ones which are over 20 minutes are really deep and transformative. And these are typically meditations or hypnotherapy tracks that you would pay $49 just for each track. I mean it. Check out this one, okay? Manifestation for Physical, Mental, and Emotional Well-Being by the Monroe Institute. This is a really powerful one. We get the right to serve this up for our members. So that's some of the basics. Now, the next big thing that's happening is that when you join Mindvalley, you actually get programs in multiple languages. So if you happen to speak a second language, let's say Italian, you can go through these programs in Italian. This is very, very, very useful for those of you where English might not be your first language. Finally, under Discover is where you can see information on all our programs and decide which are the ones you want to dive into. Let's take a look at the coming soon category, because there's lots of really cool new programs coming soon. Bianca, confirming that you can see the screen?
Yes, it works.
Okay, Mahatria, one of India's greatest spiritual teachers. He has a huge following among Indian CEOs. His program is coming on Mindvalley. Jeffrey Perlman, he built one of the world's biggest health and fitness companies, Zumba. He is a branding expert. He also is the guy behind the Mindvalley brand. His program on building your brand is coming. Radha Agrawal, she started Daybreakers. Her program on building community is coming. So why are we teaching building brands? Why are we teaching building community? This is for the change maker in you. Many of you, we want you to not just become really powerful in terms of your physical health and your spirituality. We want you to go out there and build incredible companies and build incredible communities. So we're bringing the best teachers in these categories to teach you. We want to create Ariana Huffington's, Elon Musk. Okay, we want to create people who are going out there and making a dent in the universe. Now let's continue. On Valentine's Day, Catherine Woodward Thomas's new program, Calling in the One, will be launching. This program teaches you how to manifest your soulmate. It's based on the hit book, Calling in the One. It's a 49-day program to find love. But as you go through this, not only will you learn how to manifest your soulmate, you learn how to manifest all of your other needs. Catherine Woodward Thomas really says that this program is a Trojan horse. You don't just learn to manifest love, you learn to become a master manifester. So those of you into manifesting, this is something to add to your list. And then Jimmy Narain, he's one of the top teachers on Udemy. His program with me, Course Pro, comes to Mindvalley. Perhaps many of you as change makers want to go out there and teach online and create a program as powerful as Mindvalley programs. Well, we're giving you our recipe. Why? Because we want to get more great teachers out there in the world. So if you ever dream of starting a business and selling a program on Udemy, you're going to learn how to do that here. Next, creative visualization with Lisa Nichols. We spoke about this yesterday. And then this one I'm really waiting for, magnetic charisma with Vanessa Van Edwards. She teaches you body language, microfacial expressions, how to use the tonality of your voice so that when you walk into a room, people notice. She teaches you how to move closer towards your goals by being able to become unforgettable and irresistible to other people. So this is based on her hit books, all on charisma. So I think those of you who maybe are looking to level up in your career and so on are going to find this really interesting. Then Dawson Church's new program, Mystic Brain. Now, this program is going to be controversial, guys. There's an idea out there that to become spiritual or to become good at meditation, you need to check into some of these retreats where you got to sit in stillness for 12 days, not speak. Worse, there are some that insist that you sit in darkness for 10 days and fast. Dawson Church says all of this is rubbish. He's actually a researcher in the brain and in meditation. And what he says is MRI scans or fMRI has gotten so good, we can actually monitor the changes going in the brain. And you do not need to torture yourself with meditation. And so Mystic Brain is a science-based approach to meditation, which teaches you how to consciously bring forth the right brain chemicals and brainwave states to attain what you want without suffering, without sitting in darkness for 10 days or not being able to speak to another human being for 12 days. None of those, he says, actually matter. Most people who go through that come out of it and they recommend it to friends because they have to justify their own suffering. But he says, let's stop that nonsense. So this is why I do not advocate torturous forms of meditation. So all I want to say is check it out and just go through Dawson's stuff with an open mind. He's a phenomenal teacher. Then Sonia Choquette, who's written 25 books and is the most prolific writer in psychic ability and intuition. Her program, Sixth Sense Superpower, comes to Mindvalley. She's an amazing teacher. We're filming this in Paris, and you're going to learn how to develop intuition and creativity. Here, she calls intuition a new form of intelligence. Then my program, Three Most Important Questions, is coming out. Paul McKenna's program, Total Self-Confidence. This is a series of powerful Paul McKenna hypnotherapies that actually elevate your confidence to such an incredible degree. You got to listen to the hypnotherapy. I think it's 22 minutes, 5 days in a row, and your life transforms. I've been doing that. When I celebrated my birthday recently, my meditation for my birthday was from this program. Finally, for those of you who want to really step into your feminine power, spice up your love life and be absolutely magnetic as a woman, learn from Rachel Pringle, Wild Woman Sensuality. And in addition to this, we have new programs coming up from one of the world's leading Tantra instructors, and Elon Musk's mother, May Musk, just signed to Mindvalley. And May is the world's oldest supermodel. She is a force of nature. Her son is now the richest man in the world, and May Musk will be teaching you as well as a Mindvalley teacher. Her program is all about showing women how they can change the world and raise incredible families as they do it. So yeah, you get to learn from Elon's mom as well. And then the final thing that's really interesting is the communities. There's going to be a new online community is going live. But let me show you this, actually. I think this is a lot better to show. I want to play this for you. Mindvalley University after movie. So in terms of communities, this is the epitome of what Mindvalley does. Bianca, let me know if you can hear sound, okay?
Okay.
Bianca, was there sound?
Perfect.
Okay, great. I'm going to play this video, and this is just for members. If you are a member, you need to attend our live events, and the epitome of the live event is Mindvalley University in Tallinn. So that was, I'll stop there. So that was Mindvalley University. I cannot wait to see you guys over there. So we recently, given where the world is going right now with the pandemic coming to an end, given where the world is right now with the pandemic coming to an end, we're opening up all our community events and our big festivals and meetups, all exclusive for membership starting March. We're just waiting for the Omicron wave to subside. And then March, Mindvalley is going to blow up in the real world again. In March, we'll also be fully merging our new private social network into our main app. So you'll be able to connect with other members. People will have Mindvalley profiles, just like you have a LinkedIn profile. And our AI introduction services are going to launch. So we'll be connecting you with potential friends, just like we can recommend programs for you to do. We'll soon be able to recommend friends for you to meet. People, if you say you want Mindvalley to help you date, we'll be able to recommend people that are looking for other conscious dating options. And so all of this is coming. You see, Mindvalley is far more than just an education company. What we are really building is a new type of community to help like-minded people come together and change the world. Saying it's just an education platform is now becoming an understatement. And all of this starts off, again, depending on where in the world you are, at $49 a month. And you can try it out. You don't have to commit to a year. You can try it out. Even if you buy a yearly pass, you can try it out for 15 days. So all I'm asking you to do is check it out. Do not make the mistake of sticking to path one and deciding that this is it. There is so much more you can grow, and there is such an incredible world waiting for you to unlock. So guys, thank you so much for spending time with us today. Bianca, you want to turn on your camera and say goodbye to the group?
Sure, but before we have to announce the winners.
Oh yes, go ahead, announce the winners.
So I've already checked, but they are not with us on Zoom. Most probably they are on Facebook. So
Okay.
the first winner for the membership is
Wait. Before you say that, we have to choose someone who's on Zoom because that was the deal. The deal was for people to stay back. So we have to choose. Oh, that is my daughter, Eve, calling. She's my boss. So Bianca, you choose the winners on Zoom. I have to chat with Eve.
All right. All right, let's see, guys. Give me just a couple of seconds. One more second, and we are going to move forward.
Eve, do you want to say hi to 1,600 Mindvalley members right now? No? Really? Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'll see you for dinner.
All right, so I've been looking on the list and I'm going to promote both of the people who won the memberships. While Zoom is moving, I'll just promote both of them.
Okay, and the rest of you guys, I'm just going to put up the link where you guys can sign up.
All right, so the first person is Nishant and the second person is Miriam. Nishant, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for joining us today and for being active in the chat. And you won a membership on Mindvalley.
Thank you. Hey, Vishen, I have one thing to say, if I may.
Yes, Nishant, go ahead. For everyone else, by the way, I put up the URLs there where you can join right now and get the free seminar from me and Ajit on Jan 29. Nishant, what were you going to say?
So, Vishen, I do not know how much of this you receive. I'm sure a lot. But since 20th, I started a job with a startup, which I have been searching for a job for at least 2 months. All right. And yesterday I was thinking of, I love talent. All right. From the image that you showed over here, before that, I did not even know the name of that place. Then I went on and searched about visa, about places where I can stay, and about balance stuff on how much I will need in my account. I don't know how. And I was like, okay, maybe not. And today when you mentioned about the Mindvalley, the event over there, I was like, I don't know how. I want to be there. I am going there. I don't know how I'm going there. And,
thank you, John. It'll be nice to see you there.
And now I'm here. So yes.
Well, it's really really good manifesting. Well, congratulations. You're now officially a Mindvalley member. And hi, Miriam.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know if you can see. Oh my God, I'm a hot mess right now.
You're what? Sorry.
Here, I don't know if you can see me or my daughter.
Oh, yeah. We see like a floating head.
Okay, I don't know how to do this.
That's okay. That's okay. You probably have the blur background feature set up.
I'm sorry. I'm shaking right now.
It's totally okay,
Thank
Miriam.
you.
Congratulations. You're now a Mindvalley member. We'll see you guys in the tribe. Okay.
Thank you, Vishen.
Thank you.
And I actually, I have admired.
Miriam, what country are you in? And Nishant, what country are you in?
I'm in San Diego, USA.
Awesome.
And I'm part of Mindvalley membership already.
Also, you're going to get bumped up to pro.
Yes,
that's awesome.
And I'm so excited. Thank you,
Awesome.
Vishen.
I'll see you in the next call, the next Mindvalley pro class.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much. Bianca, I'm going to leave you to run the community discussion from anybody who wants to share. I have a dinner date with my daughter, Eve. We are supposed to watch the latest Pixar movie and eat pizza right now. So I will see you guys. Bye.
That's so cool. Thank you so much, Vishen. And then we're extending the conversation, guys, and I'm going to announce the winner for the IMAC, which is Agata Sobi. I couldn't find Agata right now here in Zoom, but Agata, you are the winner of an IMAC. So congratulations. And going a little bit further, I would like to call in the people that want to share some amazing stories, because we have some great stories for today. And just 1 second until they're promoted to panelists, and then we continue the conversation. Vishen, are you still here? Would you mind stopping the screen sharing? All right, just 1 second, guys. All right, just 1 second, and be patient, guys, because it looks like Zoom has some kind of problems. I'm trying to promote the persons. I have one more. I'll also message Vishen to see if he can stop screen sharing so that we can see everyone over here. Just 1 second, guys. All right, guys, I will be back in a minute. Okay, it looks like it works. Hello, guys. I have promoted two beautiful people for now to share their experience with Mindvalley membership. Hello, Lawrence. Great to have you here with us today. How are you?
Hi, Bianca. I'm great. I'm great. Hello, guys. I'm Lawrence, joining from Japan, and it's past 3:30 a.m. here, but my time zone will not stop me from growing and expanding with you all. I was in the peak of my career in 2018 until I had an accident at work. A forklift crushed into my right lower leg, and I was rushed to the hospital and woke up in the ICU. I saw my leg. It was still there, but it was